And at number 10, Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik. These two went through probably the messiest celebrity breakup in history. These two first got together in 2016 and have been on and off ever since. They gave birth to their daughter Kai in 2020, and it seemed this would be the thing to keep them together for life. But after Zayn's recent altercation with Yolanda Hadid, Gigi's mother, the two have split again. A source exclusively told Us Weekly that, quote, "It's much better that they have separated." According to the insider, Gigi and Zayn had a very destructive relationship when they were together romantically. And according to this lawsuit, Zayn, quote, "shoved Yolanda into a dresser, causing mental anguish and physical pain after calling Yolanda, quote, an effing Dutch." At the time of the altercation, Gigi was not home, but she came back immediately from Paris Fashion Week. Zayn pled no contest to the charges, but later said in a statement he adamantly denied Yolanda's claims. Now the pair have split and are fighting for custody. Also, make sure to give this video a like if you're liking it so far. And at number 9, Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. These two were the it couple in the early 2000s because they were both beloved A-listers. But after their marriage, they weren't seen out much together, and rumors started to spread that there was tension in the marriage because Brad wanted kids and Jen did not. Then things went downhill when Brad was cast in Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie. Shortly after the steamy movie was released, Jen and Brad broke up, and the whole world was convinced that he cheated. Shortly after, Brad and Angelina officially got together and started a messy relationship of their own. Then years later, after Brad and Angelina split, dating rumors between Jen and Brad started to swirl again, but they both said they have no romantic feelings for one another anymore. And at number 8, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. These two fell in love on the set of the 2002 movie Daredevil. At the time, Ben was still with Jennifer Lopez while Garner was married to Scott Foley. But in 2003, Garner got a divorce, and in 2004, Affleck split from J.Lo. The couple then got engaged in April 2005 and married in June, while Jen was 4 months pregnant with their first child. They have 3 children together, Samuel, Violet, and Sarfina Rose. But in 2015, the pair split after reports that Ben cheated with their nanny, which he denies. The pair now co-parent their kids and have moved on with other people. And at number 7, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. If you're about my age, you definitely remember the release of High School Musical and the love story between its stars Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. The pair met as teenagers on the set of the 2005 Disney Channel movie. The movie was a smash hit and made them both incredibly famous. It also brought them closer together and formed a bond that turned into romance. For a while they seemed like the perfect pair, but then they broke up in 2010. Apparently Hudgens cites Efron's attention from female fans as a big part of the reason. For some time fans romanticized the idea of them getting back together, but she exposed in 2015 that they didn't speak at all. Now they're both moved on and have been in long-term relationships with other partners. And at number 6, Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey. This is probably one of my favorite relationships of all time because of how unlikely of a pairing that they seem. But unfortunately, their love did not last. They met in 2005 and began dating seriously in 2008. They were so smitten with each other that they only dated for 2 months before getting married. The couple then had twins, Monroe and Moroccan, in 2011, but went through a nasty divorce in 2014. Following their split, the pair have developed a good relationship and mainly speak well about each other in the press. Cannon said that after he split with Mariah, he doesn't intend to get married again. Halfway number 5, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. If you know anything about this relationship, you know that it's messy. These two got together as teens in 2009 and they had a sweet relationship. The pair finally confirmed it in 2010, but in 2012, they had split. This is when they turned insanely on and off. They would break up, then be seen out kissing only days later. The JOLIE fandom was very confused, and in between their splits, Justin was linked to other women like Hailey Baldwin and Sophia Richie. Selena also dated The Weeknd for a brief time, and the pair even attended the Met Gala together, which made it clear Selena and Justin were done for good. But that was not the case. After Abel and Selena broke up, she was seen out with Justin days later. Now Justin is happily married to Hailey Baldwin, but fans are convinced that Selena is still the one for Justin. In at number 4, Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick. If you watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians from the beginning, then you know all about this messy relationship. Kourtney and Scott had a long-term relationship that was on and off for years, and in those years the pair welcomed 3 kids together. They met in 2006 through mutual friends and began dating, but the public was introduced to them in 2008 on their show. It was clear in the beginning that he was immature and wanted to party, while Kourtney wanted to settle down and take care of the kids. Scott was also accused of cheating on Kourtney numerous times. The pair were broken up in 2009 when Kourtney got pregnant, but they got back together for the sake of their child. The pair split again in 2010 due to Scott's addiction issues, but in 2011 they were back together and Kourtney gave birth to their second child, Penelope. She then gave birth to their third child, Rain, in 2014. 2014. The pair are officially done as of now, but it seems that Scott is holding out hope that Kourtney will change her mind. But with a recent engagement to Travis Barker, it doesn't seem like she will. In at number 3, Fergie and Josh Duhamel. This unlikely pairing seemed like they were going to go the distance, but sadly that was not the case. After 8 years of marriage, the couple confirmed their separation in 2017. In a joint statement, they said, quote, "With absolute love and respect, we decided to separate as a couple earlier this year. To give our family the best opportunity to adjust, we wanted to keep this a private matter before sharing it with the public. We are and always will be united in our support of each other and our family." The pair also said that they are doing everything possible to make the transition smooth for their son. They never said why they split, but it was rumored that Josh may have cheated. In an interview following their split, Josh said he was hoping to have more kids soon and wanted to be with a younger woman to make that happen. In at number 2, Lachey and Jessica Simpson. This pair met at the Hollywood Christmas Parade in 1998, dated, broke up, reunited, and got married in October of 2002. And they were the first celebrity couple to share their love with the public in the form of a reality TV show titled Newlyweds Nick and Jessica. But the relationship did not last long and they split in 2005. Simpson filed for divorce in 2005 and it was finalized in 2006. Apparently the reason for the split was due in part to their young age, the show itself, and the fact that Jessica got incredibly famous during their marriage. Nick Lachey then married Vanessa Lachey in July of 2011 and the couple now has 3 children. Simpson had a few high-profile relationships, then married Eric Johnson in 2014. They currently have 2 children. Jessica actually just released a memoir on their time together, and to be honest, it didn't make Nick look that good. And finally, number 1, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. This relationship is really strange, and the breakup was even more odd. This relationship is still one that leaves people scratching their heads to this day, and some even think the entire marriage was an arranged marriage for the Church of Scientology. When the couple first got together, they were called Tomcat, and they were the darling of the media. The pair also made sure everyone knew how in love that they were, like when Tom jumped on Oprah's couch in 2005. Cruise and Holmes made their first red carpet debut as a couple in April 2005, and Cruise proposed in June of that year. They got pregnant shortly after and gave birth to Surrey in 2006. Then after years of a quiet marriage, they announced their divorce in June of 2012. Rumors swirled that Scientology was to blame. It was also believed that Holmes wanted to protect Surrey from Scientology. But we may never know.
Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Brad and Angelina became a thing back in 2004 after falling in love on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They became one of Hollywood's it couples and dated for about a decade. During their time together, the pair grew their family and welcomed 6 children. Though they had been together for so many years, they only got married in 2014 and ended up divorcing 2 years later. Their divorce was highly publicized and messy as they had to deal with their settlements as well as the matter of custody of their 6 children. It is said that the decision to split came after Brad got into an altercation with the couple's eldest son Maddox. According to sources, the altercation started after Brad had been drinking and got into an intense argument with Angelina. Maddox, in an effort to intervene, came between the two and Brad apparently lunged at his son and made some sort of physical contact with him. From then on, there's been a rift between Brad and Maddox, and Angie has cited that she split from Brad for the well-being of her kids. It was also rumored that they broke up because the monogamy of their relationship didn't suit their couple style. They've been featured by tabloids exploiting their breakup and aftermath of such, and some still can't believe that this longtime couple is no more. Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson began their relationship after working together on the first Twilight film, and their relationship lasted throughout most of the duration of the film's franchise. Their relationship was highly publicized in the media because fans of the Twilight saga loved seeing their on-screen ships become real. Though they never officially confirmed their relationship with tabloids, it was speculated that they had been dating since 2008 or 2009, keeping things under wraps for the most part. The couple officially came out as a couple in 2011, just as the penultimate film of the franchise came out, and there were even rumors of a marriage proposal in the works, but their relationship was short-lived after news broke of Kristen's cheating scandal with director Rupert Sanders. This left Robert heartbroken as they split soon after. Hollywood was shaken and so was their fans, as their breakup sort of lined up with the end of the vampire films. So not only did Edward and Bella's story end, but so too did Kristen and Robert's. Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus. Liam and Miley had a 10-year relationship that saw its ups and downs, but inevitably ended officially in 2020. The couple first met while filming the movie The Last Song, and after some months of speculation, they confirmed their relationship in 2010. After a few years and about 2 or so breakups and makeups, they confirmed their engagement in 2012, only to have broken broken up again in 2013, reportedly because of her weird face in 2013. You know, the tongue thing, that. In 2016, they confirmed to have reconciled and the engagement was back on. From then, they faced challenges together, from breakup reports to their house burning down in the California wildfires in 2018, and things seemed strong between them. They finally got married in December of 2018 and fans were ecstatic. Watching these two and their on and off relationship, fans were thrilled to see them cross the finish line, if you will, and tie the knot. But this excitement was short-lived, and in August 2019, their breakup was confirmed and they soon filed for divorce, and it was finalized in early 2020. I'm sure fans are still holding out hope for yet another reconciliation, but who knows if that'll actually happen. Kris Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner. Kris and Caitlyn Jenner had been together for about 20 years before divorcing. While they were married, they had Kylie and Kendall Jenner and added to the Kar Jenner clan, acting as another parental figure to all of the Kardashian children. They announced their separation in 2013, citing that things were on good terms, but things got messy after that. About a year after separating, rumors started to spread about Caitlyn beginning her transition and the Kardashians not being on board with it. A few months later, Caitlyn came out as transgender and began slamming Kris in the tabloids. While being interviewed for Vanity Fair, Caitlyn called Kris out on the way that she was treated during their marriage, saying, quote, "I think in a lot of ways she became less tolerant of me. A lot of times she wasn't very nice. People would see how I got mistreated. She controlled the money, all that kind of stuff." End quote. Kris then clapped back, saying that their split was, quote, "the most passive-aggressive thing she's ever experienced." Caitlyn also went in deep on her criticisms of Kris in her tell-all book, and this created a huge rift in the family. From then on, over the years, Caitlyn has bashed Kris for their relationship, and Kris has continued to keep up their bad blood over their kids and lack of communication during their marriage and beyond. Princess Diana and Prince Charles. Though these two weren't actors or singers, they were still celebrities in their own right. The royal family holds an A-list status, so they still fit this list. Diana was beloved by many across the world, so her relationship, divorce, and unfortunate passing affected people around the world, including Hollywood. The couple were wed in 1981, and their wedding was a grand affair, televised around the world. Everyone was watching their every move following their marriage, through to the births of their two sons, and into the beginning of the end of their relationship. Around 1986, both Charles and Diana allegedly began their extramarital affairs. Charles and Diana continued to have problems in their marriage until 1992, when it was announced that they were separating amidst rumors of cheating, time apart, and the publication of Diana's take on royal life in her memoir. Though it was said that no third party was involved in their relationship's end, I think everyone knows that's not exactly true. I'm looking at you, Camilla. I see you. They finalized their divorce in August 1996, but Diana's single life was short-lived as she passed away tragically in a car crash. I'm sure if you know about this story, then you may be aware of the conspiracy theory that follows, but if not, check it out. It's juicy. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Now, I obviously had to include these two on this list because not only did their breakup shake Hollywood, but every tabloid ever. When these two began their relationship, it was cited that they were head over heels for each other. Some people told sources that they were inseparable, which at the time sounded cute and romantic, but now that we know what was going on behind closed doors, we now know that it was far from nice. They were married for only about a year before Amber filed for divorce and accused Johnny of harming her. This took Hollywood and the tabloids by storm, as she had seemingly called Johnny out for his actions during her op-ed for the Washington Post. From there, he was shunned from Hollywood and was dubbed a wife-beater by news publications. Now, years after the split, they continue to be in the news as they're going after each other in court filings, defamation lawsuits, and having their allegations and new evidence broadcast to the world. Both Amber and Johnny have felt the effects of their scandals in the media, as the world seems to have turned on Amber, and Johnny continues to lose work over the events of the lawsuits and the allegations against him. Their breakup has been all over Hollywood, their careers are at stake, and I don't think that this is going to die out anytime soon.
If you're anything like me, then you obsess over celebrity relationships like they're your own. Might be because I'm painfully single, but you know, we won't talk about that today.
And since the media is also obsessed with these celebrity couples, all of us are collectively heartbroken when these couples decide to split. And the news is broken in the press.
Literally, I am always heartbroken, let me tell ya. So starting off at number 10, we have Cardi B and Offset. So the talk of the town recently is that Cardi B has filed for divorce from her husband and baby daddy Offset. The pair were together for 3 years, and Cardi filed in an Atlanta courthouse. In the documents, she claimed that the marriage was broken and there was no prospects for a reconciliation. And after this, the media practically imploded and everyone was dying to know why. Then a source told People the scoop, blaming it all on cheating, saying, quote, Offset has pretty much cheated the entire time they've been together, but Cardi looked the other way because of the baby. She also didn't want to be embarrassed, but she's had enough. Along with the divorce, Cardi is seeking legal and primary physical custody over their 2-year-old daughter, Culture Kyari. And for a rundown on the cheating, multiple women have come forward over the years saying that they cheated with Offset, with the worst time being in 2018 when Offset was involved in a sex tape that came out only a few months after they were married. But despite that, she stuck by him. However, Cardi recently took to Instagram where she revealed a bit of a different story, saying in a live video, quote, "I'm okay, I want to let you guys know I haven't shed one tear." Then adding that the divorce isn't because of cheating after all, saying, quote, "I just got tired of arguing." She continued, "I just got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. When you feel like it's just not the same anymore, before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave. Nothing crazy or out of this world happens, sometimes people really do grow apart." And that is definitely an interesting twist to me. I definitely thought it would be because of the cheating, but maybe it is, she doesn't want to say, but either way, you know, her reasons are her reasons, and I stand by her for sure.
At number 9, Mary-Kate Olsen and Oliver Sarkozy. After multiple attempts, Mary-Kate Olsen has successfully filed for divorce from her husband Oliver Sarkozy. Mary-Kate had tried multiple times to file for divorce from her husband through the New York City courts, but because of the pandemic and the stay-at-home orders in New York, she was denied twice before finally having her paperwork accepted in late May. The two had been married since 2015 and apparently had some rough patches, most notably their stance on starting a family. Oliver, who already has children with his ex-wife, didn't want any more, though Mary-Kate did. Oh, and speaking of his ex-wife, apparently this whole divorce started when Oliver's ex-wife moved into the couple's home. Right. Like that's gonna go over well. Mary-Kate seemed to have had enough with their disagreements, and especially those which involved the ex-wife, and so the divorce began. On top of Mary-Kate's misfortunes with her husband, he apparently kicked her out of their apartment, and all of this happened during the stay-at-home order, so it really wasn't safe for her anywhere else. She was recently seen enjoying a night out with friends, so I'm glad she's doing better now, but I mean, come on, get rid of the ex-wife. Why is she living in your house? Literally stop.
And at number 8, Crystal Nielsen and Chris Randone. So this is some Bachelor tea for you guys, but one of the pair's most promising couples divorced this year. People love the idea of Chris and Crystal together as they were both the villains on their respective seasons of the show, but once they went on Bachelor in Paradise and things were slightly more real, people realized they weren't bad people after all, and they were pretty perfect for each other. The pair got engaged after their season of Paradise, then wed in 2019. But only 8 months after the marriage, the pair decided to call it quits, with Crystal writing on Instagram, quote, "The past 8 months have not been easy. I've been torn between mourning a life that could have been and determined to fight for the future I know I deserve. With respect and support for one another, Chris and I have decided to move forward with filing for divorce." And as a fan of the shows, I am so sad about this one. Like, this was one I was like, whoa, maybe TV love is real, but not in their case, I guess.
At number 7, Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock. Here's another marriage that ended after 7 years. Guess 7 years is bad luck, I don't know. I thought it was a lucky number. Apparently not. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock filed for divorce this past June. After meeting at the 2006 ACMAs, beginning their relationship in 2012, and getting married in 2013, their relationship has come to an end, though Kelly will not comment on why that is. Kelly has kept the whole thing under wraps, but what we do know is that her next album will be the most personal record she's released. Kelly said that she dove into some really personal issues in the album, and then it travels through the experience of the journey of her relationship from beginning to end. If you really want to know what's been going on behind the scenes, her music will really be the only place to find that information, since Kelly said that she will not comment on her divorce for her children's sake. Since the news of the divorce broke, we haven't heard much from Brandon, but again, I'm sure it will all be apparent in the music.
And at number 6, Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul. So this one we know now wasn't a real marriage, but there was so much drama and anticipation around it when the couple did break up / divorce. The world was pretty shocked at how fast it all happened. Well, I do have to say, not everyone was shocked, but personally I was shocked at how fast they divorced. The couple first got together very soon after Tana split from her cheating ex, aka the Justin Bieber lookalike, in April 2019. The couple then received what I like to call the Jake Paul treatment, where Jake starts making the relationship the center of his content, and then releases merch, and then has a fake marriage and all that. But the reason this worked so well is that him and Tana seemed like the real deal, and she played into the clout factor as much as he did. The couple got engaged in Vegas on Tana's birthday in June of 2019, and then after some back and forth, the date of the wedding was set for July 28th 28th in Las Vegas. And on that date, Jake and Tana were wed in holy cloutrimony. Then 2 weeks after that, Tana uploaded a video talking about it, where she admitted that they didn't legally get married, but in her heart, that's what they were. Then only a few months after, Tana made an explosive video where she revealed that she really loved and cared for Jake, but he didn't, and he just saw the clout side of things. With the couple announcing only a few months later that they were taking a break in January of 2020, but that break turned into a breakup after Jake quickly started dating someone else. And their whole relationship only ended up lasting about 8 months in total. However, the reason I had to just bring this up again is that Jake and Tana are now both single and hanging out like best friends, like nothing ever happened. So I mean, maybe something's in their future. I mean, I hope not for Tana's sake, but kind of seems that way.
At number 5, Julianne Hough and Brooks Lachey. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I'm going with. Julianne and Brooks seem to be taking their separation quite slowly this year. Back in late May, the pair announced their separation after 3 years of marriage, but haven't seemed to have moved past that phase. Though they had been quarantining separately, and Julianne was reportedly looking to distance herself from her husband, an actual divorce filing hasn't happened yet. Now, depending on where you look, you get a different side of how Julianne is feeling about the separation. Some sources say that she's absolutely shattered that her marriage is over, others say that she doesn't know what she wants to do about the relationship, and others say that she's doing fine. At the same time, there are sources that say that Brooks is upset about the situation, or that he was the one who initiated the breakup, or that he's just fine with it and waiting for Julianne to come to a decision. Bottom line here is that we don't know for certain what's going on between the two of them. One thing is for sure though, they seem to be pretty friendly with each other at least. The two connected for Julianne's birthday and even shared some flirty messages with each other, you know? Those kind of flirty messages. Things seem to be on good terms and I think things will work out, but maybe not as quickly as some would assume.
In at number 4, Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers. After 13 years of being together, Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers both announced their separation on their Instagram accounts on July 10th of 2020, saying in a statement, quote, 13 years as best friends, soulmates, partners, and then parents. It's been an incredible journey, but together we've decided to turn the page and move on from our marriage. As we enter into this next chapter, our children and relationship as co-parents and dear friends will remain our priority. Then adding that they asked for privacy for the sake of their children. The pair got married in 2010 and have 2 kids together, Harper Grace and Ford Armand Douglas.
At number 3, Christina Ricci and James Hierdegan. Again, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but that's what I'm going with. After 7 years of marriage, again, 7 years, Christina filed for divorce from her husband in early July, citing irreconcilable differences. Things seemed to be pretty bad between the couple because just a few days before filing for divorce on June 25th, police were called to the couple's home and the actress was granted an emergency protective order against James. Following the divorce filings, Christina has also requested to be granted sole legal and physical custody of their 5-year-old son, Freddie. There is speculation that there was domestic abuse involved in their relationship since the police dispatch cited domestic battery as the reason for the call on June 25th. This creates a polar opposite from their marriage 3 years ago when Christina gushed about how she's become the best version of herself through marriage and motherhood. When the couple met in 2012 on the set of Pan Am, they seemed to be completely in love and they were engaged and wed the following year. Now with this new information suggesting domestic violence, you can really see that things aren't always what they seem.
In at number 2, Vanessa Morgan and Michael Kopech. Many fans were shocked after it was revealed that this couple had split after only being together for about 2 years. The whole debacle started off when Vanessa Morgan announced that she was pregnant with a boy on July 24th, with the caption of the announcement post that she made on Instagram reading, quote, "I'm overjoyed to be welcoming my baby boy into the world this January," along with many other sentiments in the long caption. With her sharing tons of videos from the shower that suspiciously left out her husband, Michael Kopech, leading many to believe they were separated, with people speculating if the baby was even his or not, especially with the wording of the caption inferring that Vanessa was doing this alone. A few weeks after all the speculation, it was revealed that Michael Kopech had filed for divorce, and a source disclosed that Kopech filed for divorce 1 month before the baby reveal, with the source adding the child is his, with the couple only being married for 6 months before the filing.
And at number 1, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. Actress Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green have divorced following 10 years of marriage. On his podcast, Green said that the two had begun their separation in late 2019, but only recently filed for divorce. Green described their end of marriage discussion as a patient process. He allowed Megan to recuperate after coming home from filming abroad, and then had the difficult conversation about ending their marriage. They say that it was a mutual decision and that there were no hard feelings about it. They simply just fell out of love, and that's okay. Megan has been seen with rapper Machine Gun Kelly, and Green doesn't want them to be criticized for their relationship. Seems like the two of them are supportive of one another through this, and I like that. This also isn't the first time the couple has divorced. Back in 2015, Fox filed for divorce, but soon they got back together after working out their differences. The couple have 3 kids together and are co-parenting.
Yeah, this one was so crazy to me, and I actually just read that he thinks, like Brian Austin Green thinks, that they could be getting back together even though she seems so in love with Machine Gun Kelly. Like, it's all just like so confusing. And then I did a video like a while back that Megan and Brian Austin Green were in a open relationship, so it's just like a lot going on with that couple. We'll see if they make it back together. I mean, like, hopefully not in a way, but we'll see.
Yeah, it honestly kind of sounds like, you know, Megan's like in a relationship, she's super happy, but like Brian's probably like, the spotlight's not on me anymore, let me change that.
Ooh,
like, I feel like
deep.
that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for him to be like, actually we're in an open relationship. Like, you would have said that a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's just now, I don't know.
Yeah, there's
it's
a lot of
sus.
like mystery
around
it. Who knows?